the secrets to interior design, marketing, and site skill. Now, I believe you have been following this channel for some time, so no need to introduce myself because I'm Lokosu Sylvain, and I have been doing side skill job for the past 14 years. Yes, a 30 years old guy, but I've been doing this job for the past 14 years. Reason, yes, I began doing this job working on site since I was 16 or thereabouts. So now I since 2021 I have been teaching the secret I have used to successfully sell like in millions, no joke, yes, selling in millions, closing millions worth of deal every single year for the past 7 years. I'm going to teach you that you need to get it done the same way I did it. So I have a guideline that we are going to be following, and of course, if you need the interior design and site skill marketing course, just check the link in the description. It is right there. But if you want to get the full gist here, no worries. We are here to discuss or to discuss every of these secrets today. So in 2017, I came across the topic of marketing, which later became my superpower as a ceiling designer. So when Google came to train people on digital marketing skill, on digital skill, there are a lot of digital skill, and one of them is digital marketing skill for business owners. I was one of the first people who were part of that class, yes, in 2017, because the course was launched in 2016. Fast forward to 2020, yes, I became, if not the most visible POP ceiling designer in Abuja. Yeah, reason is simple. If you went to the internet to Google anything concerning or looking for POP ceiling designer, my name and my phone number is going to be the one to show up immediately. Yes, and for that I enjoyed that privilege for over 2 years before Google decide to do what they do best. Yes, they can take down your account anytime because they believe I do not visit the my former place where I was when I launched that Google profile. Then in 2020, in 2023, I became the foremost person when it comes to polycylene ceiling designer, when it comes to polycylene ceiling design in the entire of Nigeria till date. Yes, till date. And of course, I have collaborated with a whole lot of interior design school. I have trained over 350 people across Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, and of course Ivory Coast. So basically that is my profile. If you ask me how or why am I qualified to teach you or to talk to you about interior design marketing. And of course, not an ego, but since 2023 I closed a minimum of 10 million naira contracts every single year. So basically that is my profile. If you will ask me, or of course I'm making this video, I know if you have been following this channel, I do make a lot of video on site, but today since we are teaching, I'm making this video in my home office. Yes, so why am I teaching you digital, or why am I teaching you the secret to interior design and site skill marketing? The foremost reason is it is not those who have the skill, it is not those who have the skill that make money from this skill. You can be very good at what you do as an interior designer or a site worker and be terribly broke. Like, I can tell you this truth as a matter of fact. I trained as a POP ceiling designer for 3 years and I know my job extremely well. In fact, I became the best kept secret for many engineers and contractors. But guess what? I was very broke. Yes, so you can be good at what you do as a site worker and be extremely broke. So you need to know how to sell your skill. It is not those who own the skill that make money from it. It is those with the ability to get visibility and market themselves that make money from skills. Forget about I know my job. Yes, it is a fail. Those saying because I know my job will always come, it is a failed marketing strategy, and it has been failing every other person who ever tried that marketing strategy since I know. So that is the first thing that you need to know. So let's go to the point now why you need this thing, why you need this interior design marketing course. The first thing you need, the first reason why you need the marketing course, the next reason why you need the marketing course is if you are always at work and your children cannot eat, you cannot pay their school fees, you cannot take care of your family, guess what? You are, the Bible says you are worse than an infidel. Yeah, so you need to take care of your family using the job of your hand. Many people who are into interior design and site skill, that is the only job they have. So if that is the only job you have, how do you think you will be able to cater for your need if people are not calling you? The second reason you need to watch this masterclass to the end, the third reason you need to watch this masterclass to the end is that you need people who will pay you and not stress your destiny. Yes, you need people who will pay you and not stress out your destiny. Yes, in fact, you need people who, even when you are sleeping, they are already closing themselves. Let me give you an example. I currently have a project in Badagry. We have been doing the project for the past 3 weeks, and it is just last week that, or last Sunday, that I was able to meet the client in person. But guess what? This is a project of over 7 million naira. A project of over 7 million naira. This client has never seen me, but we have been transacting until last Sunday that we met. And when we met, the same thing he told me. When other people were showcasing their job, I was showcasing my job differently. Don't take my word for it. Go to the, I don't know the year the year you are watching this video, but if you are watching in 1 or 2 years, go to the internet and Google anything concerning polystyrene ceiling. I am likely the foremost person that you are going to be that you are going to see, and I'm likely going to be the person that you are going to be seeing multiple times. There is a strategy to it. It is all about strategy. Yes. So you need to know exactly how to use those secrets to market yourself. Now, how do you do it? The number one thing is you do it by learning the psychology of your clients. Now, if you have gone through any marketing course, the foremost thing they tell you is know your customer. Now, this question or this instruction seem very it comes so often that it somehow feel annoying. Yeah, sometimes you feel annoyed that okay, this thing I've been hearing this thing for a very long time. Every time, know your customer. Every time, yes, you need to know the psychology of the people you are selling to. What these people need. Now, let me give you an example. A whole lot of the people I work for are Nigerians who are based outside of Nigeria. So the number one thing I know they need is that some of them come back once in a year, some come back maybe twice in a year. Many of them do not stay, many of them do not even come back once in 2 years. So what do they need? The first thing these people need is that they need a ceiling that will last for them, so that it is not when they come back like 2 times, they will have to do another sealing, even if they are coming back every 2 years. They need something that will not require maintenance. They need something that can be a bit cheaper compared to what they need. Even if it is not totally cheap, it will be something that will classify them in a particular class to show that they are not just ordinary people. Some of them, they are people who wants to be unique. Yes, they want to be unique. In fact, there are places we have gone to work for. The client we work for is the only person that did that selling in the entire community. So everybody will come to there and say, oh, this guy, what are you doing? Like, I've not seen this one. Yes, that is the kind of reaction some of these clients want. So you need to understand the people you are working with. The second thing you need to know is that respond to question. As a business owner, yes, as a business owner, your primary job is to answer the primary concern of your clients. Yes, answer to the primary concerns of your clients. It is simple. If I'm going to Google, I'm not going to be looking for, if I need an interior designer, I'm not simply going to be looking for interior design pictures. Yes, it is one of the very important things I will be looking for, but what I will be looking at more is why is this color supposed to be in my room? Yes, I believe you are getting my points. What I'm looking for is that why is this color a must, or why should I use this color in my parlor? So you are not just showcasing your job. No, you are not just showcasing your job, you are showcasing the reason behind the job you just finished. Like, yeah. So you need to showcase the reason. So it is not enough for you to show, it is more of why this. So answer questions. Somebody wants to use white in his room, or somebody wants to use red. Yeah, somebody wants to use red in his parlor. When the person come online, the person should find reason why red is not an ideal color for your parlor. The person should find out why white or cream or off-white is the ideal color for rooms. Person should find out why a parlor need to be demarcated so that it can have multiple color instead of using sellotape to join the paint. So these are some of the things that you need to put your mind on. If you are watching the replay of this, make sure to drop your comment letting me know that you are watching a replay. And of course, if you just watch this video and you discover that so far I've been dishing out value to you, make sure to comment interior design marketing course so that YouTube will suggest it to more people. So how do you How do you do this? Answer questions. Answer pressing questions. Why is this paint fake? Why is this material the best? Why is this ideal for this kind of environment? We decide that in some places we are going to be using water repelling screening, not because we have too much money or because we just want to show, but because we discover that this client, they are based outside of the country, and if after a year, if after a year that we do screening, they came back to discover that the screening is already peeling, it is a bad name for us. So we need to do something extra. So we let them know that, okay, based on what we discover in your building, this is what we are going to be doing. And most of them agree, because you are the experts. You know exactly how it goes like. Don't maybe a client say, okay, what I have is ₦1 million, and you know that 1.2 or 1.3 is going to be the budget for the project. Let them know that this is the reason why 1.2 is the ideal budget for the project. You will not die if you say, no sir, this is the ideal budget if we are going to do this job. Do not tell them, okay, if you give me 1 million, I will do 1 million job for you. That is unprofessional. In fact, even if at the mention of that statement, even if the client was intending to give you that job, he will likely not going to give you, because you just utter something that is very unprofessional and dishonest. So you need this as some kind of sales psychology. The next thing is tell stories. Yes, use stories. Now, if you sit me down and you want me to teach you interior design marketing course, for every lesson, I can tell you exactly stories of how I got those experiences. That is why I told you I don't teach people what I have not done. Like, I don't just know why I don't know why someone will even teach what he has not experienced or what he has not done. The first time the very time I created this, the first time I created the first version of this interior design and site scale marketing course was the year I was able to close 10 million naira deal in 11 months. And I said, okay, yeah, now I can actually teach people who are even struggling to do even 5 million. Yes. So tell story of different scenarios why these clients need to get or need to listen to you. Few days ago or a few months ago, around the month of February, I went for a project in Benin City, and the client told me to do a hidden light outside of the building, that is in the veranda. I told her this particular design, it is nice, but hidden light cannot be part, because you cannot do hidden light outside. She insisted we do it. Then we just completed the project, and bird began to make nests inside. We have not left the site. And that was exactly, I told her, bird and bats will come to make their nest here. Yes, even even cobwebs. But she said no. We were still there when it began to happen. This is a clear evidence that, okay, what you have been telling this person was a truth. Yes, that showed that you are a real expert. You are good at what you are doing. So tell different story. Now, if I go to another client and I give him or her the same advice and she refuse, I will use this story, or yeah, I will use this story to tell her exactly why what I said he should be the one to follow. Of course, this does not mean that whatever you say should be followed by the client. In fact, in design job, you can be so good at what you do, but you will still have to collaborate with these clients. You can be very good at what you do, but you will still have to collaborate with your client to give the best, because they know partly what they want. So when they bring their idea, you miss it with your expertise and your previous experience. So it is not solely what you say that must be followed by the client, but the biggest aspect is that what you say is very important because you are the expert. So the next thing is pay ad. The next thing is pay ad. Now, in 2018, I do use 200 naira as daily advertisement budget to generate or to get as high as 3 contracts. But maybe you will read that story if you want to purchase the interior design and site skill marketing course. The link is already in the description. How did I do it? Yes. Now, the fastest way to get results, or get enough people to be interested in your product, or as an interior designer or site skill worker, is to use paid advertisements. It has a whole lot of disadvantage because some people are not serious. They are not going to be calling you immediately. Some people are just there just to disturb you. Some people just want to steal your design and everything in between. Yes, but it gives you the fastest edge possible. It also gives you the most long-term edge possible, because as an interior designer or as a site skill worker, many of the people who are going to be coming across your service on the internet, maybe some of them are on the foundation level, some of them are on the lintel, some of them are just roofing, some of them they do the job as the money comes. So some of them can spend as high as 3 years, 5 years before they complete their projects. So all this while you will have to be waiting for them. So all this while you have to be waiting for them to make sure that whatever stage they are, it got to your own stage before they call you. So that aspect is also there. And then the next aspect is you are likely going to be getting across people who are only having small jobs. Of course, the biggest aspect is you are likely going to be reaching people who have the money, who are willing to pay and want the best of taste. So do not forget that. So pay advertisement is very, very important because you are going to be generating cold lead you are going to be generating cold lead, and which you can later want to turn to very, very warm lead and possibly clients. Then the final, which is the most important, that I focus more on in the interior design marketing course, is content marketing. Guys, oh no, like since 2023, I never ran ad for my interior design business. But I can tell you, as a matter of fact, we are always rejecting projects. Yes, I've never run ad. This is 2 years counting. We never ran ad for our ceiling design service, but we continue to reject clients daily or weekly. Yeah, so or let's not even exaggerate, every month, because of content. Yes, there is a strategy to it. I just tell you about storytelling, about answering questions, and every other thing. So you need to use organic content. Now, there is nothing in business there is nothing as sweet, as wonderful, as peaceful as generating inbound lead. Yes, inbound lead are lead who call you themselves because they have gone through your profile on social media, or they have gone through your catalog somehow. They have been following you carefully and they call you themselves. That is what we call inbound in marketing. So there is no lead, there is no client that is as sweet as inbound. Yes. And by the time you begin to get inbound clients, you will discover the peace of your business. So it is very, very important to use inbound marketing, and I show you exactly how to do it in the interior design marketing course. How to establish your presence online. Now this particular channel you are watching now, I have it monetized, which means YouTube does pay me some penny if I make videos here. It also generates over a minimum of 5 to let's a minimum of 7 million sales. Now, not profits, a minimum of 7 million sales every single year. And it is the primary channel I use for my ceiling design business. Of course, I have 3 other channels. So in the interior design marketing course, I also show you how to do something like this. Now, imagine you are showcasing your job and the platform is still paying you. Yeah, you are spending data. Now data just become the data is very extremely expensive, whether you are living in Ghana, Nigeria, Cotonou, Cameroon, or anywhere in Africa. You know the cost of internet. Yeah, I have a Wi-Fi at home and the minimum you can recharge is over 50k. So that is not much. The platform payment is not much, but it serves something. And plus the fact that you are also getting people who are ready to pay you from this platform. Yes, there is a way you have to dress. There is a way you have to talk. We talk about that, how to dress to the occasion, or how to dress to clients. Very, very important. Like like let me tell you this story briefly. Of course, you are also going to learn from this story, and it is not going to be long. In 2017, around the month of May, someone called me somewhere in Abuja, and I have to meet him 6 o'clock in the morning. I did everything I could to make sure I got there on time. Then the person looked at me, say, "How long have you been doing this job?" I mentioned it. And then he told me, "Are you sure you can do this job?" "Yes, I can." Then he just said, "Okay, come and look at the job and give me a quotation." But deep down in his mind, he was not giving me the job because I was a bit too small in his eye. But I was dressed as a ceiling designer. So I took the measurement, and then the architect came and we have to go through another round of interview, like discussion. So after discussing, another person was still there. I packaged my quotation to the best of any standard that any ceiling designer can bring at all. Then the other person came in and brought his own quotation on paper with written notes, a written paper. Now, if which person are you going to be choosing? The person who packaged his quotation to the best of his ability, or you, or the other person that just write something on paper? I got the job. Now it was my first big job that I got solely from the internet. Yeah. So Dressing to the occasion is not about even the clothes you wear. It is not only about the clothes you wear, it is about how you present your quotation. Very, very important. So in the interior design skill and marketing course, I show you every of these things. How to build your presence, how to build your presence, how to build trust instantly. Yeah, like I'm very good at that when I'm using the internet. How to build instant trust, how to build instant trust with clients, how to present yourself as a professional, how to tell stories that attract, how to create content that are trustworthy. Yes. So those are many of the things that will show you in the interior design and site skill marketing course. Of course, we also talk about social media marketing for lead generation. See, like see, if you are able to get these things right, a whole lot of people will no longer recognize you. Now we are not joking. Now you can go through the link in the description and see the result for yourself. Like we are not joking. In fact, this skill are skill that you can actually transfer to any other thing that you want to do in life. Like I do ceiling design as I'm talking to you now, but I also do consultation for other people, and these guys they pay in dollars. This guy, depending on where you are, when you are watching this video, you see the evidence there. And I use this same skill. So this is a skill that you can use all across. Yeah. My consultation service costs a minimum of $500 for what's a 30-minute consultation. Yes. And I never run ad. I use organic means. So very, very important that you need to know. Sales conversation. Ha, God. Woo! See, this life, let me speak Nigeria pidgin for those who do not understand. I'm very sorry. For this life, nobody make money without selling. That is why in many countries, people ridicule civil servants because they don't have money. Yes. Hey! If you want to make money, become a salesperson. Know how to take sales conversation. I was telling you something about psychology, the psychology of the people you are working with. Yes. I once worked somewhere, the sister insisted that I must be the one to do the job, not that they don't have other people in their city. I have to come from Abuja to come and do the job. In fact, it almost caused a conflict. It is about sales conversation, doing the sales conversation the right way. Now, we are not saying that you should cheat people. In fact, there are sales classes that you want to attend. There are sales classes that you want to attend. You have to swear or to pledge that you are not going to be using your sales skill for bad stuff. So you are not going to use them for bad things, but you have to use them appropriately. If I have 10 lead, I'm likely going to close 3 or 4. It is very good, 40% close rate. Yeah, it also depends on what you are selling though. Yes. So you need to know how to drive sales conversation. Yes. And I teach you exactly those skills in the course. Just check the link in the description. And of course, we are also upgrading this course now. In fact, it is the primary reason why I'm recording this live video. I'm upgrading it from the 2021 standard to the new age standard. Yes, ChatGPT was a news when I created it. I created the first version. But of course, we now have various ways to use AI. So it's going to be including those things. I did not talk much about organic, using video or using content. This time we are including in it. Of course, for those who already purchase it, they will be getting this extra at no cost. But if you are purchasing it when we'll be getting those things ready, you are going to be purchasing at 100% increase. Yes, currently the cost is 10,500. By the time we finish everything, it's going to be 21,000 naira. So the best option is to get the course now if you have the need. So you need to know how to drive sales conversation, sales techniques that you can use. Like, this is my library here, as you can see. This is my library. It is full and I still have some more books. For 35% of this library is about sales ebook or is about sales book. 30% is about marketing. And I practice these things daily in my various business that I do. And of course, you do not have to read all this. I sacrifice a whole lot. Yes, my library is worth millions. I'm not kidding you. It's worth millions of naira. But you do not have, because I have read and practice them, and I want to show you exactly how you can do it as a side skill worker, as an interior designer. So I want to show you exactly how you can go about this. Now, if you think 21K is too much for you, of course, maybe you have to reconsider. Because knowing what I know now, if I have a place where I can get exactly this kind of course, I will rush it. I could not get it. That is the primary reason why I have to create it myself. Yes, go across the internet. It is very hard for you to get a course that is specifically for interior design marketing. The best you can see is that someone have an interior design school or an interior design course, and it just teach you partly what you need to just get by. But this is a full-blown course on only how to market your skill as a site worker or interior designer. And it is going to be the one that will speak uniquely to you. Yes, because we are going to be cutting across every way that you need, everything that you need to market your skill. If you practice, as I told you in the description, if you practice 50% of whatever I teach you in this course, you are going to be recovering your money times 1,000. Yeah, I can tell you that as a matter of fact. Like, in this, since morning I've been in this my home office, but I have been receiving requests. I have not even posted anything concerning selling or concerning my services today. So check the link in the description. I'll be waiting for you. Make sure to like this video if this video helped you, and share it with anybody you believe it will help. And more importantly, see you in the course. Again, I'm Lokosu Sylvain, and I am your teacher for the interior design and site skill marketing course. So see you in another live video.